win on his rear.
Walking forward and they're off. Racing away for the £100,000 Oddschecker Sefton Novices hurdle at Grade 1 level over the 3 miles and a half a furlong. On the way towards the first of their 13 flights of hurdles, Battle Born Lad is prominent early, in company there with Moon Rocket as they step over flight number 1, all okay. So Moon Rocket as they come up by us, disputing the lead with Battle Born Lad. Calafay and Vol is close up behind them, those maroon sleeves and cap. Then Jacob's Ladder, maroon and white. Between them, in the blue and the white, is King of Answers. Then Argento Boy in those brown and yellow quarters, a little bit wider the grey under Paul Townend. More to the inside then is Crest of Fortune in the dark blue with those pink spots. Behind Crest of Fortune as they race around the bend in the yellow is the mare Familiar Dreams. Then Mr. Megget, who's with Julius Des Pictons. Further behind is Holloway Queen. And then Western Knight, who's currently second to last, and the back marker Minella Rescue, who must be the best part of 25 lengths behind the leader as they come to take flight number 2. That leader is Battle Born Lad over the second. There was a very slow jump indeed from Argento Boy. He lost plenty of momentum going out over the second flight. Quickly to the third, it's Battle Born Lad who leads over Moon Rocket. Calafay Envol is racing in third. Then came Jacob's Ladder and King of Answers over that flight of hurdles. Still continuing detached is Minella Rescue as they race towards the next, the final jump over on the back straight this time. Approaching the fourth, in the orange of the noseband, Moon Rocket up on terms again with Battle Born Lad. 3 lengths away to Calafay and Vol, who's together with Jacob's Ladder in maroon and white. Then King of Answers, Familiar Dreams and Crest of Fortune. Then racing to the inside, Julius Des Pictons from Mr. Megget, Western Knight and Argento Boy. A little way then back to find Holloway Queen, who is out the back there with Minella Rescue. So quite a well stretched out field as they head down the side for the first time. There's still well over a circuit to go. Moon Rocket, Tom Bellamy in the orange. Battle Born Lad and Jamie Hamilton in purple and yellow. 4 lengths away to Calafay and Vol. They'll race to the top of the home straight and a clear third in turn away from Jacob's Ladder, who's next in maroon and white colours there for Sam Ewing. And Crest of Fortune and Sam Twiston Davis. Out of Familiar Dreams, the mare and Danny Gilligan from King of Answers. And then came Crest of Fortune now just in front of that runner. Getting well detached at the back, in fact pulling up at the back, Holloway Queen. Holloway Queen was pulled up there before flight number 5 as the leaders step over the next one, number 6. And it's Moon Rocket and Battle Born Lad, still the disputing pair. Back in third, Calafay and Vol. And then Jacob's Ladder, Crest of Fortune, Familiar Dreams and Mr. Megget from Julius Des Pictons. And then came Western Knight and King of Answers. He's lost a bit of ground and has now just been shaken up. Argento Boy is now second to last of those who remain, and still the back marker Minella Rescue. So the lap to go in the Oddschecker Sefton Novices hurdle. It is Moon Rocket who leads by a neck over Battle Born Lad in second. 5 lengths away, Calafay and Vol is back in third. Jacob's Ladder is next in fourth, and then Crest of Fortune, Familiar Dreams, and to the inside Julius Des Pictons. Mr. Megget is still being held up, and so too Western Knight in those black and white colours with the noseband. Behind Western Knight is King of Answers, who continues under a bit of a drive. Then Argento Boy, and Minella Rescue is last of all. So into the back straight, they've got 6 more flights of hurdles left to take. And not much in it for the lead once again. Moon Rocket and Battle Born Lad continue to race in front, with Calafay and Vol over that next one in third. Then came Jacob's Ladder and Crest of Fortune to complete the leading 5. Familiar Dreams, Mr. Megget the next 2. Then came Julius Des Pictons, Argento Boy, Western Knight, the ridden along at King of Answers, and then Minella Rescue. The middle flight of hurdles over on the far side. Battle Born Lad jumped a little bit better there again from Moon Rocket. A couple away to Calafay and Vol, who is back in third. Then Jacob's Ladder and Crest of Fortune from Mr. Megget, and Familiar Dreams very much in amongst horses there in the yellow and black as they take the final flight over on the back straight again. It is Moon Rocket that led them over 4 out by a length and a half. So they're now shaken up in second, Battle Born Lad. Calafay and Vol held together in third. then Familiar Dreams and Jacob's Ladder. They're racing in 4th and 5th. From the spotted jacket of Crest of Fortune, Mr. Meggett's moving up with Menace to the outside of those. Then came Western Knights, who's still yet to be played. Pulling up at the back of the field, there appears to be King of Answers. He's going to be pulled up before taking 3 out. So the field are about to race towards home, and they begin to group up. Moon Rocket now been joined by Caliphate. Envol is now strode to the front. Familiar Dreams is now chasing. She's up into 2nd. Mr. Meggett is certainly coming right up into this now. He's into 3rd. Crest of Fortune is now in 4th. Behind Crest of Fortune then is Julius Des Pictons. Moon Rocket continues to lose ground. Minella Rescue staying on from miles back as they took 3 out. Caliphate and Vol landed with the lead. Mr. Meggett though looks a big threat towards the outside. The white sleeves and cap at 2 from the end. And Caliphate and Vol made a mistake, and Mr. Meggett appears to be going very strongly indeed under John Joe Jr. And he's having a look at Cross and Nico de Boinville, who's riding away on Caliphate and Vol. Crest of Fortune back in 3rd. Then Familiar Dreams and staying on Julius Des Pictons at the final hurdle. Mr. Meggett stepped at it. He got away with it, but now his momentum has been checked now. And here to the outside, Julius Des Pictons begins to put in a serious challenge. Julius Des Pictons now raced up to Mr. Meggett and got on, and he goes away by a length now. And as they head up towards the line, it's Julius Des Pictons in front in the Sefton Novices hurdle. Julius Des Pictons is the winner. Minella Rescue's come through to be 2nd in the end. Mr. Meggett, who travelled so well, was only 3rd. Then Crest of Fortune, clear from Familiar Dreams, and then Caliphate and Vol and Argento Boy.
Sweet Sefton success for Snowden and Sheehan. Julius Des Pictons springs a little bit of a surprise. In the Grade 1 over 3 miles, beats Minella Rescue in the 2nd. A fine run from Gary Hanman's locally trained horse. Mr. Meggett, has he thrown this away with that dive at the last? He was vying for 3rd place in the end. The winner was Julius Des Pictons. How well this trainer does with these horses at these spring festivals. And the rider, 24 hours ahead of his big race ride on Hewick, takes the Grade 1 on Merseyside here on Julius Des Pictons. What a thrilling race, Lisa.
I didn't know where to look in the final furlong, Nick. This horse, obviously, he was dropped in on the inside, he was dropped in for most of the way, but by God, he showed grit and determination. He showed a really good attitude here, but that mistake at the final flight has really put paid, I think, to Mr. Meggett's ultimately his run was really shuttering moment when he made that mistake at the last, and coming with a late run and a big rally renewed effort on the outside was the eventual winner. And this man, Gavin Sheehan, he's no stranger to big success.
Mr. Meggett has ended up finishing 4th here. He looked all over the winner as he and Caliphate on Bull really opened the race up. 3 out. I wonder if they got racing a little early, Mark.
Yeah, possibly so. Obviously, Mr. Meggett's been off the track for a long time. We haven't seen him since early November, but your eye was drawn to him. The way he's crept into contention. John Joe had a look over, I think, after the 3rd last. Gets a good jump at the 2nd last. Takes over now. Still on the bridle, but he makes that juddering mistake at the final hurdle. That's why John Joe just had a quick look over on his left-hand shoulder. Makes the mistake at the last. Loses his momentum. And then he tries to pick him up, but the damage is really done. He's down on his nose, isn't he? He's lost his momentum. The winner, big step up in trip for him. He'd been running over 2 miles at Exeter last time out. And the 2nd, Minella Rescue, he almost looked tailed off with the circuit to run. He was going nowhere early on. Beaten in a handicap last time out off 121, and he's come up 2nd here.
Yeah, the ratings of the first 3 at home here. The winner, Julius Des Pictons, rated 127. Minella Rescue, 121. And Crest of Fortune, 125. Doesn't suggest it's a vintage Grade 1, but a notable 1, 2, 3 for not huge British stables. Jamie Snowden has a lot of horses, but not as many as John Joe O'Neill and Nicky Henderson. Mr. Meggett is on vapours here, and Caliphate on Vol likewise.
Yeah, exactly. Julius Des Pictons just shows he really thrived with this step up in trip. He really showed that the stamina that he's got in the locker here. Gavin Sheehan, he was almost just pulling clear and clear, closer to the line as well. Gavin Sheehan almost salutes the crowd there. He's quite happy and pleased with that effort. Obviously a great run by Minella Rescue in behind as well. Crest of Fortune, I think, has run a cracker too. Caliphate on Vol just weakened late on.
Yeah, Caliphate on Vol. was cantering 3 out mark.
Yeah, he sat fairly close to what was a strong gallop, didn't he? You had Moon Rocket was up there, Battleborn Lad, that pair paid for it. Nico de Boinville, he sat in behind, he wasn't too far off the gallop, so it was a strong gallop, and I'm sure that's the reason why we can late on.
Well, the vivid memories in this race of Massini's Maguire and Wichita Lyman going hammer and tongs from 4 out and being overhauled by the proper slugger Chief Dan George in the closing stages.
Yeah, and I remember Thistlecrack, I think he stepped